$20 to the first one who spends a full night in Blackwood Asylum. Leo's challenge hung in the sweltering night air. We all knew Blackwood, a gaping maw of local legend, where shadows clung and the air felt heavy with forgotten screams. The old asylum, shuttered for 50 years, loomed on a desolate hill, its broken windows like vacant eyes. There were 5 of us: Leo, Chloe the skeptic, Mark the scared but loyal friend, Sarah the quiet observer, and me, Jake, always dragged along. It was a hot Friday night, the moon a bruised eye, crickets amplifying the stillness. The dare, born of boredom and a need for adrenaline, sealed our fate. We drove up the winding, overgrown dirt road. Blackwood Asylum rose, a monolithic silhouette against the stars, its barbed wire fence easily breached. A gaping hole invited us in, a clear path to madness. "Last chance to bail," Leo said, his voice cracking. Chloe scoffed. "It's just an old building." Mark was pale, clutching his backpack. Sarah watched silently. I swallowed hard, fear in my mouth. We pushed through the fence. The air inside was colder, carrying a faint, cloying scent of dust, decay, and something metallic, like old blood. The main entrance, a massive wooden door, hung half open, revealing a cavernous, pitch-black interior. "Welcome to the funhouse," Leo whispered, flicking on his powerful LED flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness, illuminating a vast, echoing lobby. Dust motes danced. Peeling wallpaper hung like decaying skin. The grand staircase sagged precariously. We stepped inside, our footsteps echoing unnervingly. The silence was absolute, profound, broken only by my frantic heart. It felt alive, listening. "Rules," Leo announced, too loudly. "Stick together. No splitting up. Stay until sunrise. No screaming, unless really necessary." Chloe rolled her eyes, but her flashlight grip was tight. We explored the ground floor, administrative offices, patient intake rooms. Files lay scattered, rotted. A rusted wheelchair sat eerily in a hallway. As we entered a common room, a chilling whisper drifted from a corner. "Help me." We froze. Mark whimpered. "Who said that?" Chloe demanded. "Probably just the wind," Leo said, his flashlight darting nervously. We continued, but the whispers followed, faint and insistent, from the walls, from the air. We ventured upstairs, the wooden steps groaning. The second floor was a maze of patient rooms, each a testament to forgotten suffering. Rusty bed frames, stained mattresses, and the lingering scent of antiseptic and despair hung heavy. In one room, a child's crude drawing of a distorted face was scrawled on the wall in what looked disturbingly like dried blood. Sarah suddenly stopped, eyes wide, staring at something none of us could see. Her breath hitched, a low guttural moan escaping her lips. "Sarah, what is it?" I whispered. She didn't answer. Her eyes were glazed over, fixed on an unseen point. She began to tremble violently, racked with silent sobs. "She's just spooked," Chloe said, but her voice was laced with genuine concern. She tried to touch Sarah, but Sarah flinched away violently, as if touched by something unseen and repulsive. Suddenly, a loud, piercing scream erupted from down the hallway. A woman's scream, full of agony and terror, cutting through the oppressive silence. It wasn't one of us. Mark let out a terrified yelp and bolted. "Mark, no!" Leo yelled, but he was gone. We exchanged horrified glances. The scream had been too real. "We need to find him," I said, voice trembling. As we moved, the air grew incredibly cold, a biting chill. The whispers intensified, swirling, no longer indistinct. I almost made out words. They hurt me. "I'm still here, never free, trapped, forever. Help us." We reached the end of the hallway, where a heavy, padded door stood ajar, revealing a sliver of deeper darkness. This was the isolation ward, the place of the worst horrors. A faint, flickering light emanated from within. "Mark must have gone in there," Leo whispered, his face pale. Chloe hesitated, her skepticism finally cracking. This isn't right. We need to leave. Now. But Mark's desperate screams echoed from inside. We pushed the door open. The room was small, its walls covered in thick, stained padding. In the center, Mark lay huddled on the floor, whimpering, eyes wide with terror, staring at something above him. And then I saw it. A shimmering, translucent figure hovered above him, a woman with long, disheveled hair, her face gaunt and contorted, and eyes that burned with an ancient, unbearable pain. Her mouth was open in a silent scream, and her hands, skeletal and elongated, seemed to be reaching for Mark. Her form solidified slightly. I saw faint outlines of rusty chains around her wrists and ankles, binding her to this place. This wasn't just a ghost, it was a tormented soul, forever trapped. Blackwood Asylum wasn't just haunted, it was a living monument to the pain inflicted within its walls. As the woman reached for Mark, another figure materialized behind her, a hulking, shadowy man with a cruel, impassive face, in an old nurse's uniform. He wasn't reaching for Mark, he was reaching for the woman, poised to restrain her, to continue her torment. "They're still here," Sarah whispered, strangely calm. All of them, the patients, the doctors, trapped in their endless loop of pain. The air crackled with palpable energy, a suffocating weight of despair and rage. The whispers became a chorus of tormented cries. The padded walls seemed to pulse, to breathe, as if the asylum itself was alive, feeding on lingering pain and fear. "We have to go, now!" Chloe screamed, finally breaking. She grabbed Mark, pulling him to his feet. We stumbled out, screams chasing us. We ran through the labyrinthine hallways, whispers a deafening roar, shadows twisting into grotesque, reaching arms. The asylum was alive, and it wanted to keep us. We burst out of the main entrance, gasping. The cool night air, a sudden blessed relief. We didn't stop running until we reached the car, our bodies trembling, our minds reeling. We drove away from Blackwood Asylum as fast as Liam's old car could carry us, tires spitting gravel, not daring to look back. The moon mocked us, illuminating the asylum's dark silhouette. We never spoke of what we saw inside Blackwood Asylum. The $20 went unclaimed, but the silence that followed us home was different, filled with echoes of tormented whispers, and the chilling knowledge that some buildings don't just hold memories, they hold souls, forever trapped. Sometimes when the wind howls, I swear I can still hear the faint cries from the hill,